So let us proceed with the next section of the website, the featured area. We're going to design the product thumbnail and also add this navigation bar so that when you click left, it will scroll to the left, and click right, it will display more from the right. So we are going to go back to our HTML view. So go back to the code. So let's first create this greenish yellow background, the featured tray. We're going to create the featured tray in a way that it will maintain the screen size, and then create a long one that will run beyond the screen size. So that was the one that will contain more images inside of this. So, and when it is being clicked, those ones that are hidden will start appearing. So let's proceed. I'll call it a featured tray. So inside that featured tray, we'll have the main product tray, the one that will contain the main products. So then we will have the product itself. So before we have the product itself, in that featured tray here, we will have the H2, which is the title featured. It's not going to be scrolling when this arrow is clicked, so that's why we're hanging it here. So from here now down to this place means that there's an invisible tray that will appear there. So you come down, you start with the product tabs, these very tabs of question. So we'll go straight to call it let's give a space. I'll call it item thumbnail. So the first thing with the item thumbnail is the picture holder. So we're going to make it double. There's so many ways to work on this. There's controlling your image so that the image will be firmly fixed on the div without affecting the rest of the information. So let's tackle it in the first simplest way. So I will add the item photo container. So after which I'll add item photo div. Just don't worry, you'll see the reason why I did this. I will give a space here. I will have to put the item in question, which is the images. Let's start with the first image here is an Alienware. So we choose the Alienware, and then we come out. So next we have the info area. The info area contains the name, the specifications, the price, and then we have the price area. So let's start with the info area. So on the info area, I'll call it a item info area. So we'll have the H2, which is the product name. It's going to be Alienware G109i. G109i, and that is a part. Let me just copy the text because it's very lengthy. So we copy everything maybe there. Okay, I've copied it. Come here, paste it on the paragraph area. So after the paragraph area, we'll have the price. We're going to call this the price tab. The price tab will contain the price and the Naira note, which is 3.5 million, which is we call it the H2 123. So, and then inside it we'll have a span for the Naira note. Naira note will appear here. So we wouldn't like that to be spaced out. So we check how the Naira note was made. It's in NGN, so we put NGN. So here we'll have the add to cart button. So we come outside and add to cart button. and that is just showing an icon and add to cart an icon, add to cart. So let's get the matching icon for add to cart. Remember, we still have to go to font awesome, get the picture from there, from font awesome. The network is a bit slow today, so please let's wait patiently as the website loads. So as we wait for it, let's continue with other features of the site. So we are going to cross check everything is fine. This is where the thumbnail stops. So and this can begin another thumbnail. So I believe this is too slow. Okay, so we have to duplicate this for another product, second, third. We're going to have about from the view here 1 2 3 4 4 that will be showing on the screen by default. That's 1 2 3 1 2 3 4. So it's complete. So we need to change the names of the product. Like this one should be called slash number 1. I would like to call this one slash HP Pavilion, and then the last one we'll choose slash gaming PC. So and the names must change. That's just it. So for the pavilion, we go to pavilion and change the name to pavilion. Okay, there's a whole lot of corrections to be made, but let's wait patiently for our network and see if this can improve. Okay, so we make sure that the pictures are well represented. So let's go back to the images we're working on. We need to find the images. So okay, look at the images here. So we need to find the matching names. So the first one is Ellenway. So we have the picture of the Ellenway here. Look at him here. So we copy it and make him number 1. So let's go to the number 1 and paste it there as the very first image. Actually, that one is what is the file format. So when it just type the name, they automatically HQ should come with this extension. So let's find it here. Look at it. So then the second one should be, let's find the exact name. The second one is this very image, the HP Pavilion. So let's look for it. Look at the system here, HP Pavilion. So just slash HP Pavilion. So I think that's the matching. So let's preview the page and see what it is showing. The network is very slow. It's coming up. The next is a headset, which is this very one. This one in question. The name is a head ETJ. So let's find it. So we add it up there, slash head ETJ. Then the third one is going to be here. Let's find the name. The picture is this one, this kind of headset. So we have it as earpiece. So we call slash earpiece. Yes, the format is .webp. So it's already coming up by itself. So let's go back to our live preview page. The network is very poor, so let's preview the live preview page again to redirect us to the preview page. Okay, the network is very poor. It affects this is what we'll have, everything well represented, but they're all having extraordinary sizes. Don't worry, we're going to resize the picture so that they will fit in this way, and also resize the divs so that they will stay side by side to each other. This is exactly what we are going to be achieving. So let's keep this space open. So we'll go back to the design, a CSS styling environment. So start styling from the very first thumbnail, which is the featured tray. So get there, continue from where we stopped. I will start with a background green, but not like this kind of green. Remember that it's the kind of yellowish green. So we have the heading showing there, which is just okay. So we need to work on the main product tray, which should be far longer. So he himself should be, the width of he himself should be something like we say 100% of the screen. Yeah, that's what we want it to be, and this overflow should be hidden. So, and look at him here, it is showing. See, our page is not shifting. There's no navigation bar here to show that it's shifting. Everything is fine. So we then need to make everything inside it to be text aligned center. Make everything inside it be at the center of the page. It is at the center of the page right now as we speak. So we go back and then make this other tray, the one that is inside it, that will run very long, to appear. So we call it, the width should be, if this is 100 pixels, we want that one to be around 200%. 200% of this original screen, and the background, let's make it red. So let's see, you see it is overfloating and it is hiding the images somewhere else. So that's why we will need to refer to this one and tell him that you should start by the left. So, and then this very one, we want him to have a margin left of about 20 pixels so that it doesn't start from the early beginning of the page. If you observe here, we see everything maintains on the same straight line. So we're going to maintain that same straight line from here. So that should be something more than that. So we will give it about 100 pixels. Let's see. Yes, it's good. So right now I gave it that red because I want it to be visible. Let me see if it is really overfloating. Yes, it is overfloating. So I have to make him to accommodate everybody inside him to be in flex, so that they will always be side by side. Yes, they are all now side by side. That's cool. So I can at this point remove the background color so that it has finished serving its purpose. And then we need to work on the thumbnails. That's these thumbnails one by one. If we work on this, it will, the effect will replicate itself all other thumbnails of that same sort, bearing the same name. So what's the name? We need to find a name which is item thumbnail. To get it, first thing we want to do is to get the actual size that it will have. So the actual size, I want it to maintain 25% of the screen, and it should have a background of white. So we check it out. This is what it is showing, but you will not notice that it is working. So let's reduce it to around 15 pixels. Okay, 15 is getting smaller. I want exactly this size. So let's work with 5% of the screen. 5% is too small, so we work with 10% of the screen. Let's see, 10. I think 10 is exactly what we need. So this is from here to here is just that 10. So we need to tell the main holder that it should give a gap. All of anything found inside it that is on flex should have a gap of 15 pixel gap in between. So the gap has shown, but 15 pixels is too small. We need something wider. So as wide as this should be something like 100. Let's try 100 and see. 100 is too much, so 75 should be much better. 75 pixel. Okay, 75 pixel is fine. So we have gotten what we need. So we need to make these images maintain the size of its container, not to be too extra large. So let's increase this thumbnail a little, like 13, and then we'll add some curve to its edges. So the curve can be 10 pixel, and we want anything bigger than it should be hidden, that is overflow hidden. Yes, we have gotten it. So that's why this laptop is cut, because it's overfloating, it has been hidden, but this size is far too big to accommodate 4 images at a go. So that's why we need to bring it a little bit down to this. Let's see. Yes, much better. 4 images are shown at the same time. White, much better. So the 100 pixel we give at the left is too much. So let's drop it small. Margin left something like 60 should be better, so that the space here and space here should be equal. 65 is cool. Yes, much more better now. So we will have to make it have a definite height for this thumbnail. So this one should not be too long, like long forever, as long as the image can carry. No, it should have a definite height. So we have to tell him that your maximum height should be 200 pixels. Let's find out if it will respond to that. Yes, it has responded to 200 pixels. That's why our page is no longer scrolling. 200 pixels is ridiculous. So let's make it like 400 pixel. 400 pixel is long, but it's not as long as this. So we need to get as long as what we have there. Let's say 500. Okay, 500 or 550 is preferable. 550 is preferable. So what we need is should be a gap so that we can be seeing the bottom of the navigation bar. So this should be a little bit yellowish, and then the gap to the feature tray should have some kind of margin bottom of about 30 pixels to give a gap below, so that the space here okay, it's fine, but it should have also a padding. So we need to add padding bottom, like that's in 30 pixels. So let's see. Beautiful. So we have what we need. The featured should also be starting from here and big in size. So we need to work on it. So we get him H2 margin left. We are working with I think 65 pixel. Yes, and the font size should be something like 22. Let's see. 22 is not good for it. Let's use 32. Okay, 32 is good. We need something far bigger. Like 35 is not bad. So 35 is cool. So right now we need to resize the image so that our work will not be scattered the way it is looking already. So we will go straight to the image container, which is this very first one. Copy it, come here, paste, and start styling it. We want its width to maintain the width of the container that is holding it, and then it should have a definite height. The definite height that we want to use is something like 250 pixel. Let's see if that is cool with him. And then for this other guy, we also want to maintain the same everything. Yes, okay. So while the image itself will be asked to follow suit. So the name, you call the name, you call the image that happens to be the child. You tell him that your width should be 100% of the screen. of your parent screen. So that's taking its shape, and that's why we have this. So you see the laptop, the Alienware is well fixed at the center, everything portable. So what we have in this design is showing that it was enlarged, big, and some part of the Alienware is not showing clearly. We will have to make that possible as well. So first, let's focus on the text. We have gotten what we need. So the first thing is the write up here. So we need to go to the thumbnail, tell him that everything inside you should be shifted to the left hand side of the page. Text align left, so it will go to the left hand side of the page. And then the next is this item info area. Copy it. We are working on the info area, telling that his weight is 100%, some kind of 90% of the screen, and the margin 0 auto, so that it doesn't touch the wall. So yeah, and what do we mean? That the background, so that you can see what it is doing. We got the violet and look at it. So this is beautiful. So we proceed from there, and we first need to make the H1 to be smaller, as small as this one that you have seen here. It's not going to be this big. The reason why it is getting big is because the effect we applied here is affecting him. So we need to talk to him direct, and then we tell him that your font size should be 17 pixels, and then margin left should be 0. So we don't have that margin left that this other guy was having. It has reduced, but this reduction is too small, so we need to increase it. The increase increment should be something like 22. Let's see, 22 is cool, but the margin top is too high, so we need to work on the margin top to be something like 10 pixels. Let's see if 10 is cool. 10 is too much, so let's just say 0 and see what 0 will do. 0 is fine, but unfortunately there is a gap that is holding somebody here. So let's find out from the images their maximum height. Can it be the reason why? So let's find out from this very first being that is holding the image. We'll add in some background. By adding in some background, it shows where it stops, and that is exactly what the problem is. So we need to tell him that you have a problem. Okay, it's not really a problem. We need to expand the images to take over the whole shape, the shape of these very axis, and make sure that anything above it should be overflow hidden. And like this one will be cut, this other one will be cut. Okay, the other one that is not filling up the space will have to be forced to fill up the space, so that this pinky background will no longer be shown. So the margin top for this H2 will be made available right now, and we like to use 10. 10 has appeared, but 10 is too small. 15 should be much better, or something like 20. 15 is best. So now we want to work on the paragraph. We make it bigger, go closer to the heading, and then they stay far away from the price. So we talk to it, P, margin top like 0, and then we talk to the font size, come up a little bit. Yes, it's coming up, but it's too big, so we need to reduce it small, like 19 is much better. 19 is cool, just like what we have. Okay, let's make it 18. 18 is cool. This is too big, so we need like 16. 16 is too tiny, so we need just 17. Okay, 17 is better. Okay, it's better now. So let's make it run away from the price area. So margin bottom, we need it to be 25 pixels. It will stay far away from it. It's not less than. So let's say 35 pixels. Yes, That's listing. So for the price, we also work on him. He will find the div. This is the div for the price. Actually, is the price tab, and it has h1 and the span. So first we work on the h1 price. Your weight should be 100% of the screen, and everything inside you should stick to the left. Text align left. Okay, so we now work on the h2 of it. The font color, the color should be orange. Yeah, and that's what we have. But this orange is not good. So, and the color should be a little bit bigger. Font size, let's use 22. The font should be bigger than this. 27, I think will be fine. 27 is not so fine. This is something like 30. Yeah, that is cool. The color is too shouty, it's too light. So let's make the color dim, like dim. It's better now. So we want the Naira notes to be smaller and also have a black shape. So that's when we'll call the price tag. You have a span, and then the span should be having color of black, black, and then the font size should be something like 13, and font weight should be bold. Let's see what's up with it. Yes, it has taken shape, but we need to make it stay away from here and get a little bit bigger. So 13 is too small, 17 is cool, and then we want in margin left like 20 pixel. Let's see. Yeah, it has come, but it's too far away from him. So 10 pixels should be much better. Yes. So now we need to work on the price tag area. Yes, and then that will take us to this cover shape that we're going to apply. And then make sure that everything is in order. This thing has punished me.